You're watching Your View.
Thank you for joining us. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
All right, great friends. It is a Friday afternoon here on Kaplan and Crew along with Grande and the Brown Man. If you're just getting with us, I think we all are kind of zoned in on what I think is the lead story here today, and that is what happened last night between the Dodgers and the Giants. And just again, for those of you that are Padres fans, which makes you a Dodger hater, aren't you also a Giant hater too? I mean, these are the two biggest rivals in the NL West, and these are the two teams that made it when most people thought it was going to be the Dodgers and the Padres. Padres flamed out, we know. Giants never opened the window for the Dodgers until late last night. And what fascinates me is just a pure sports fan, not as a Padre supporter, not as everybody who's a Padre fan is a Dodger hater, not as somebody who's jealous that Bruce Bochy left the Padres and won 3 World Series with the Giants, just as a pure sports fan. You have an elimination game like you did last night. That's exciting. And you have two teams that even if you lived in New York and you were like, yeah, I know that in the NL West, those two teams battled it out all year long. If you didn't know anything and you went into last night's game, and here's what somebody sold you on. Look, these two teams are long-standing division rivals. I mean, this is the most bitter rivalry in the West Coast. And when it comes to, old school baseball, these two teams have been going at it forever, okay? You take two teams that both won the exact same number of games, 109 games. Remember, the Giants won 107 during the regular season, the Dodgers 106. The Dodgers had to win the wild card game against St. Louis. That made it 107. They were tied at 2 games apiece. Both teams had won 109 games going into last night's game, okay? And when we got to the top of the 9th inning, the score was 1-1. They both scored 1 run in the 6th inning. 1-1. They both had 6 hits. They had 0 errors, and both runs came in the 6th inning. These two teams, who during the regular season, 162 games, they were separated by 1 game. Well, now they're tied going into the 9th inning. That's how close these two teams were. And to have the Dodgers get a guy like Cody Bellinger, who has an MVP resume, but who had a horrendous season batting under 150, to have Cody Bellinger be the guy that comes up huge when Dodger fans all season long bench him, get rid of him, don't want him long term. And then to have Max Scherzer, think about this story. Traded during the season, Padre fans, we all know the story. We thought the Padres had him, the Dodgers got him. Not only was Max Scherzer incredible for the Dodgers, but last night on short rest, hey, Doc, let me handle it. You decided to go with Knebel at the beginning of the game, and it took a couple of innings until you finally got Urias into the game, but he went 4 strong. Kenley Jansen pitched an inning, and then, hey, save situation. I'm the guy who wants the ball. That's who Max Scherzer is to the Dodgers. To think that that's the guy that got the ball. There was no Kershaw. Buehler had already pitched. Dustin May was on the injured reserve. Trevor Bauer, they gave all this money to. His season flamed. We all know his story. Max Scherzer's the guy that they got. Max Scherzer's the guy that they said, put us on your back. I found it to be a fascinating situation last night. And the Dodgers now advance to the National League Championship Series to take on Atlanta, who's certainly not at full strength with their best player unavailable. And on the other side, either way works for me, Boston or Houston. But, man, don't you want to see the Dodgers and the Astros do it again in the postseason of the World Series? So what a win last night for the Dodgers. Controversial to be sure. I mean, to end a game on a check swing and have a first base umpire ring somebody up, that is not the way an elimination game at that stage of the game, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, down 2-1. That is not the way that game should have ended. But
that's what makes it more of a travesty, dude, is like everything that you just laid out, how minimal the difference was between the two teams, how they were the exact same team, same win, same everything. That's what makes this call and the way this game ended such a travesty. Like, you took away, like, I know Dodger fans are like, oh, he was going to strike out anyways. Oh, was he? Do we know that? You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
you
we
don't.
never know. Earlier today, old friend of the show, remember Tommy Morris, and sent sent a tweet out about the Padres Yankees World Series, and I can't remember the lefty pitcher for the Padres. It was bases loaded, Tino Martinez up to bat, 3-2, 2-2 count, right down the middle. Called the ball, and I'm telling you, right down the middle. Next pitch, grand slam. Game's so different. Like, so you never know what could happen just with one pitch. So for an umpire, I even said it, like, as soon my fiance was sitting next to me, I was like, the balls on that dude to call that in San Francisco, that's insane. That was just like, you hate to see it as a sports fan, as a neutral. There is no worse way to end a baseball game than that. And because of everything you said, Scott, because of
Yeah.
how similar they were.
I thought that
Yeah,
Max
crazy.
Scherzer was not even. So when the game started, what I was hearing was Scherzer was not available, and as the game went on, I guess it reported that Dave Roberts said he wasn't available, and somebody asked Scherzer, "Was he available?" He said, "Damn right I am." And as things go, and this is what we talked about yesterday when you didn't start Urias, give guys the ball and let them make the decision. Now this ended up working out for Dave Roberts, but I want guys to perform. I want guys to decide in big moments who and what happens. I don't want the manager doing it. I damn sure don't want the umpire doing it. The game is played within the lines. Let the players make the decisions. And the fact that Scherzer absolutely said, nope, if it's up to me, give it to me. And we all know Kelly Jensen's history. Like, yeah, he gets the out sometimes. So the fact that Dave Roberts didn't even go with him, he did the 8th inning and Scherzer did the 9th inning. I thought it was like, wow.
Did Dave forget what inning it was? Because he was an inning
I
ahead
thought he did too.
all game. Like,
No, man, I don't think so. I think this was all strategized. I mean, come on, for them to have decided to start
strategize to
Knebel,
go with Scherzer in the 9th makes no sense to me.
well, you say
You
that,
pulled
but
Urias after 4 innings.
Right.
I know, but
It wasn't like Urias was 7 in and you had to do some, like, you went
he wasn't struggling either.
Yeah, you went Trinan in the 7th. You didn't do a double switch, so you had to pinch hit for him. Then you went Jansen in the 8th. Like, to strategize to have a starter be your closer is that's not an analytical thing, dude. Like, there's no. I would like to see that book.
no.
that was a
I
Scherzer
don't
thing.
think. Yeah, I don't think that was an analytics thing either. I think that the starting Knebel was look, we're going to try and mess with them a little bit, and we're going to try and mess with their lineup and make them react to us. I think most people thought that Urias comes in after Knebel. He didn't, because Gratterall did. So you had the first inning pitched by Knebel, the second inning pitched by Gratterall. Then Urias takes 4 innings. Then they come in with Trinan. Then Jansen, like you're saying, in the 8th, he actually got the win, and Scherzer got the save. I'm not so sure that it was about using Scherzer as the closer. I think it was more about, what if this thing goes extra and we need a little bit more? Maybe Scherzer has to give us 2 innings.
Yeah.
So I'm not so sure it was strategized from a numbers standpoint. It was at the end of it, it was strategized from the gut standpoint, in my opinion, of
totally.
who do we have? Who do we have, and who do we want on the mound?
Kevin Gausman was pitching for the Giants in the 8th inning. Like, they were ready to go long too. So, I mean, he came in the 9th inning, excuse me, after the closer gave up the run. They put in a starter too. They were ready to go. But yeah, I mean, Dave Roberts is not going to be the headliner, obviously, after what the ump did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
let's take a look at it. Let's look. For those of you that are getting with us on radio who were not watching last night, and for those of you that are with us on television or on YouTube, and again, I don't know that all the Padre fans were watching. I assume they were, because look, you've got your 2 division rivals who went toe-to-toe all season, and while you might be an upset Padres fan, the reality is you're watching the 2 best teams in baseball go at it in a game 5, when the numbers all say these 2 teams are 100% perfectly evenly matched. And you get to the bottom of the 9th inning, and a first base umpire, not the home plate umpire, the first base umpire, rings up the batter. Alex, show us the video. Let's take a look at what happened.
This is the television broadcast.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's take a look.
Yes. Here it comes.
The 0-2. Check swing and a ball down and away. He went! And it's over. Wilmer Flores strikes out, and the Dodgers are moving on.
And here it is from the side angle that we all got to see later, where he clearly did not go.
It's not even really close. And for a first base umpire, again, in San Francisco, in the bottom of the 9th, in a 2-1 game against division rivals who have one of the most storied rivalries in all of professional sports, You're the first base umpire and you ring a guy up like you at that point, the first base umpire, unless it's so clearly obvious, that's when a first base umpire says, nope, didn't go. Like you don't impact the game.
You don't
Doesn't
that
the home
moment.
plate umpire have the power to not to overrule and not go down to the first base for an opinion? Isn't that a thing too?
Oh, yeah, I don't have a problem with the home plate umpire going to check. I have no problem with
Oh,
that.
okay.
Like, but to ring him out when it was like he was so certain that this dude.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't like he really was like out. Let's go home
Immediately.
Let's bounce. Yeah, let's go.
And not only did he call him out right away, the first base ump, but if you go back and you watch, he like, okay, that's it, game over. Let's go. He like started walking towards home plate. Like it's over that fast.
Yeah, dinner reservations.
Yeah, there's been because Scott, you brought up with the July check swing. I have a picture of it as well. And this was not called a strike. And this is what Dodger fans keep yelling about. But then also the same umpire was the third base umpire earlier in this series.
Mhm.
He said he didn't go here.
Mm.
He called this a non-swing.
Mhm.
And this is this series.
The inconsistencies in refereeing because of human error is understandable. We're never going to eliminate it. But when it comes to the last out of a game, where especially a game of this magnitude, it has to be reviewable. Regardless of how the out is created, the last out in every Major League Baseball game should be reviewable.
Right.
This should never happen again.
It's kind of like scores in the final 2 minutes
Yes.
of a football game. They're all reviewed regardless.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
And in the basketball game too, everything under 2 minutes, you can stop the
Yes.
game as many times as you need to stop the game to make sure you get it right. And I know Dodger fans don't care. And listen, if I was a Dodger fan, I wouldn't care either. And I would probably say he was going to strike out too. I'd probably be saying the same things. But as a neutral, this sucks. Like genuinely sucks.
Right,
Like,
because you just don't want to see a series. It's not just a game; it's a series come to an end in the bottom of the ninth in a 2-1 game. In other words, if these two teams going into the top of the ninth were exactly tied, one run apiece, 6 hits apiece, both runs were scored in the 6th inning, 0 errors. I mean, all the numbers were 100% exactly the same after 160, 6 games or whatever it is, 168 games. And to have a first base umpire not give the players the chance to settle it, that to me, it sucked. But he made the call.
Even close though.
But they made the call, and there was nothing to argue. There was no like, hey, let's go review it. It was like game, set, match, and it wasn't
for baseball. For baseball, I know the Giants didn't seem to be that upset about it publicly. But for the game of baseball, this is a very easy fix. That's why I stand on this. Because yes, you cannot undo it at this point. It's done.
Yeah.
Fix it for the future.
You're right. You're so right because baseball there's a strike zone in every broadcast. We know the moment a strike is thrown if it's a wrong or right call.
Yeah.
And baseball has it in front of them and they refuse to do anything about it.
Yeah, I know.
We have the ability to replay every single thing in a span of 30 seconds. Like at the max. And baseball refuses to do it. But put a runner on second in the 10th inning and have a DH and no DH and do some other silly ass stuff that you want to make.
Baseball's the easiest replay sport. It's the easiest. It's very black and white.
You could still have umpires on the field. I'm not telling you get rid of umpires. You need someone out there to control everything. But if we know if it's a strike or a ball, they should know if it's a strike or a ball.
But also, they should also be able to go back and look. Like if it's a questionable call,
yes,
in a moment of that magnitude, they should be able to go back and review it, come back out and say, didn't go, ball, keep going, keep playing. It was too definitive.
How many times have we seen a football game where we think it's over, everybody's in the middle of the field, and it's being reviewed, and it's not over? Then you got to go start again. Like, Scott, it happens.
Scott, you said something at the start of this that the series came down to this. More than that came down to this. The season came down to this. Every at-bat came down to this moment. Every strike, every run, every out came down to this moment. And as great as the season the Giants had, it was decided by the first base umpire. It just doesn't seem right. It just doesn't seem right.
I agree.
Well,
Stick around. Hold on. I want to get back to some other things that happened around this game, including a fight in the stands that was recorded by Cousin Nancy, who handles our website, kaplanandcrew.com. She has a company called Wicked Graphics. She was at the game last night, and she was in the stands and recorded a fight amongst fans. So we'll get there in just a matter of moments. But before we do, I want to remind all the guys out there, hey guys, we've talked about this for a long time. You get to be 40 years old and your body starts to change. Your chemistry starts to change. And then all of a sudden you're feeling like, you know what? I'm not as muscular as I used to be. And I'm not as motivated as I once was. And man, I'm a little foggy here in my brain, man. I'm having a hard time with my clarity. And guess what? In the bedroom, I am not performing anywhere near the way I once did. And so, you start to get all of these symptoms and you're like, what's wrong with me? And then you find out that your testosterone is low. And if you come to iThrive MD, they will test your testosterone for free. It doesn't cost you any money at all. It can take a little bit of time, but it's not going to cost you any money. If your testosterone levels are low, iThrive MD can help. Now, when they help, here's the beauty of it all. It's going to cost you less than ever before. Right now, if you are a great friend, 50% off your testosterone treatment, plus you get the free T-test. So here's what's going to happen. If you come in the month of October and you have low T and you go on a treatment of testosterone, the first 3 months are 50% off. And Dr. Samir Damani said to me, I want you to tell people on the air how much it costs versus how much the 50% off means. $289 a month is what it costs for testosterone treatments. Now it's $145. If that $145 for the first 3 months doesn't get you excited to come in and get your testosterone levels checked for free, then I don't have anything else for you, man. Because I've been telling you how great this is for so many months, so many years. And now I'm telling you that you can get it at 50% savings. So you come in the month of October, you get your low testosterone test. If your testosterone is low and you qualify for testosterone treatments, it's 50% savings from $289 to $145. Shop this for yourself, okay? This is an incredible offer. The iThrive MD medical staff, they are all about improving your quality of life, your long-term longevity, because it's long-term and therefore it's longevity. And here's what you do. You call this phone number, 858-240-1497, 858-240-1497. Make an appointment, ithrivemd.com/Kaplan, ithrivemd.com/Kaplan. All right, Grande, let's take a look at the fight that Cousin Nancy recorded while in the stands of the Giants-Dodgers game last night. Can you set this up for us?
Nancy, my cousin, texted me yesterday about this fight. She's like, I got to read the text because it's funny. Old white people stadium fighting in the expensive seats. I took horrible video and missed the sucker punch. But, man, the police just escorted the oldest white guy to ever be in a stadium fight. That was her setup. Yeah.
Okay. Well, she was late with the cell phone, but here's what she got for us. Here's
you
what
can
she
see
got.
the old. You get a quick glimpse of a man in orange.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's the culprit and the old man that got kicked out. You can see him kind of quickly there in the beginning, but yeah, she just got the aftermath, unfortunately.
Oh man. And what's with that Edgar
in a game
dude?
like that, as you can clearly see, normally when there's a fight, there's a bunch of people like staring at the fight. In a game like that, you're watching the game. You're watching
Yeah.
Yeah, this one wasn't so great, but our long time
fight video tip, Cousin Nancy, never zoom in. Never zoom in.
Oh,
always
really? Yeah,
wide.
zoom out, keep it out. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can
so
figure
tell
out
us,
the rest.
But we have a hockey fight, like a hockey. This was the Nashville Predators and the Seattle Kraken, right?
Yes.
And this is Dave Palais. His son recorded this at a hockey game. And then did he put it out on Twitter or something? How did we get this video?
Yeah, well, we get tagged in everything. So he put it out on Twitter and then we got tagged in it immediately. And that's how I found it. And unlike Cousin Nancy, he got the setup, the action, and the post. So we got the full minute here. And it's a doozy. It is a doozy.
Yes. So there's this young guy. I don't know what he's doing with this hanky that he picks up. And then the guy from the Kraken, he's now it's on. It's on. And the guy from the Kraken with the Seattle jersey on, I feel like he tried to and now
Corona
who's the
Man.
guy over here?
Corona
What's the
Man.
guy with the Corona t-shirt?
Corona Man's a coward. What a coward.
He's the one that lands the final punch too. If you just keep your eye on Corona Man, right here. Here it comes. Boom.
Boom.
Right there.
But he doesn't knock the dude. The guy who's taking the punches is taking them pretty good.
Ate them all. Lunchtime.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And the guy with the Seattle Kraken jersey on, he still wants more. And there's just bodies everywhere here now. This Corona guy and the Kraken guy just took a cheap shot too now. But the Corona guy, I see what I can't figure out is who's who. Like, is the Corona guy like the son of the guy in the Kraken jersey?
I
Like,
don't
where
even
does
know
he
where
come
Corona.
from?
No, I think
Where did
Corona guy
Corona
came out
come
of nowhere.
from?
Corona
Yeah,
guy
where-
wanted
what-
that smoke. He's like, ooh, fight. I'm wearing my Corona shirt, my Corona hat, my boots, my jeans. I'm ready to fight.
How about the guy in the Kraken jersey, like right away throwing like 10 uppercuts? And then, this Corona
guy
guy
jumped over seats to get some of that
Yeah.
smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to give credit to the guy that was in
Look
the
at Larry
Nashville.
David under Corona man's ass too. Like, poor guy. He's like, I'm just trying to watch a hockey fight here.
But I give the guy who's taking the punches from Corona guy, he got himself right back into this fight, and he got some real good shots in on the Kraken guy.
Corona, listen, man. Corona guy's a coward who wants side smoke. He don't want face to face smoke.
Yeah.
The way he jumped in when the guy wasn't even looking at him. Kraken guy should have won this fight.
Yeah.
Because the guy who went low, dog, you're in a fight, you're in the seats. Don't go low. You can't tackle him.
All right, hold on. Wait, hold on. We're up against the break. Stick around, everybody. Lots more to get to. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios here on Kaplan and Crew.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
Welcome back. Please join us in welcoming the Race and Sports Radio Show back home to 1090. Join host Felix Taverna every Saturday at 9 a.m. for the very best horse racing coverage in all of Southern California. The all-new and mightier 1090.
SDCCU is an engaged community partner. Each year, SDCCU is proud to support many nonprofit organizations throughout Southern California. Our partnerships allow us to help shape the financial lives of many through volunteerism, financial support, and creating public awareness. The result is a big impact on the communities we serve. SDCCU, it's not big bank banking, it's better. Federally insured by NCUA. Find out more at sdccu.com.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on YourView or stream it online at yourview.com. Join the Walk for Alls at Balboa Park on October 16th. Every dollar raised stays local to help San Diegans with dementia. Register at alzsd.org/walk. From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and yourview.com. Your Health is brought to you by Save the Storks. Help us reach the hearts of women with compassion, education, and holistic care.
Up to 30% of COVID-19 patients become long haulers with persistent symptoms months after the infection.
What I've been finding with my patients is that it's taking up to 3 to 6 months for them to recover their endurance, exercise capacity, and get them back to work or to their usual activities of daily living.
What I wasn't able to do was the basic needs, like brush your teeth, take a shower because of the shortness of breath, the tightness in my chest.
The symptoms that concern me the most, the shortness of breath. So restrictive. You know, you go through and you just take for granted that, you know, you're gonna breathe. And when that gets taken away, it's a scary thought. Unfortunately, I'm 6 months out now from my diagnosis and I'm still suffering from several of the symptoms.
My experience with the patients I've sent to La Mesa Rehab has been extremely positive. The patients come back with good reports, and when I see them in the office, their exercise capacity has improved dramatically.
I'm getting there because of La Mesa Rehab.
Teatro means theater in Spanish, and in Portuguese, and in Tagalog, and in Italian, and in so many languages. We have a lot of communities, a lot of culture here, so that is the reason why teatro is in the name. The mission of Teatro San Diego is to provide arts education to underserved communities, specifically in schools. Our goal is also in tandem with arts education to provide a professional theater company and dance company so that the community can see themselves reflected on stage at the professional level. Places like Subaru have really been so supportive and have helped us come up with projects like the AMI project.
I was so honored to be at an event a few days ago and heard some of the songs from it. These guys rock. This is just an amazing thing that everyone needs to see.
Southern California Radio is a special game, a unique game from the sandy beaches of the Baja and all the way to Santa Barbara. My voice sounds pretty cool. The all-new and mightier 1090.
My name is John Alicio, and I'm managing partner of Procopio. Procopio is the largest San Diego-based law firm, and we're proud to be a part of this event, the Salute to Teachers. Without the teachers, none of us would have had the success we've had. You know, our firm consists of about 200 professionals and 200 attorneys. So a total of 400 mostly San Diego educated professionals. Without you, we'd not be winning the cases we win as we go toe to toe with the best attorneys in the world. So thank you on behalf of Procopio for what you do and how you do it. And a special personal thanks to my alma mater, Valhalla High School, and the teachers at that school. Without you, I would not have had the personal success I have had. So from Procopio, thank you for what you do and how you do it. Salute.
It was a night to remember as we honored the best teachers in San Diego. There was dancing. There was music. There were teachers. There was also this bit of genius.
This honor is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Watch Cox presents Salute to Teachers only on YourView.
Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
University of San Diego football got the win against Butler last weekend behind a strong second half. The Toreros outscored the Bulldogs 38-7 in the second half to get their second consecutive win. Final score 52-21. The defense showed out, scoring 2 touchdowns, both a pick six, one from cornerback Michael Hawkins and one from cornerback Zamir Wallace. Quarterback Mason Randall had 257 passing yards, 4 total touchdowns, and no interceptions in the win. In the run game, running back Riley Hansen got it done. He had 85 total yards and had his first career touchdown. USD sits at 2-4 on the season. They'll look to continue building upon their recent momentum when they return home this weekend to take on Drake. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by YourView.
Still on his feet, Jared Williams Swift is in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
He's at the 40. Is he going to go?
Stockos holds it in. What a catch. Return left sidelines off to the races. He flipped the defenders into the end zone. He's got a man. Pass it out. Wildcat. That was pretty.
Game Time High School Football on YourView is brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon, where your trade-in is always worth more. Just off I-8 in El Cajon.
Stadium in San Diego. It has been a sellout the last few days. Loyal SC ready to kick off this season. Stadium in San Diego. Professional soccer has finally arrived.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 and YourView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
All right, great friends. It is a Friday afternoon here on Kaplan and Crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios. Coming up a little bit later on, we'll have a college football report with our longtime intern, Cameron Azir, who's at Syracuse University. We'll have a college football report coming up with Cameron. But if you're just getting with us here, guys, Browner, we were in the middle of analyzing a fight video from a hockey game. And I don't feel like we got full analysis in here with the Minks and the Minks. So should we go back and we'll wrap up the fight convo and then we'll move on to some NFL football? Here, take a look. For those of you listening on radio, here's the description.
So right here, here's your first mistake. He dives for the legs. Boom, tries to tackle. Why? He already got the advantage on you from an angle. So now you got to get right. Now he got to get out of that. He got to get out of the hockey, pull your shirt over your head. And then here comes this coward throwing Corona punches, have a beach, and then all of a sudden the tide turns and he started working, my man. Hink, hink. And then another person coming, hink, hink, not the turd. Then he just takes a mollywop and he shakes that off too. And then he holds his arms up like he's a champ, baby. This young fella can take a couple. He should look at actual boxing, man. Because these big old buffaloes over here was trying to lay on him and hit him hard. Nothing. He ate all them punches. It was lunchtime over there. Still weak. Nothing.
Dude, I see at the very end, the guy wearing the Seattle Kraken jersey takes another shot at the guy. Like the guy's being held down, he's being pulled down, and the Kraken guy takes a big overhand right. And do you see a lady come in? She comes in, she starts pointing a finger at the Kraken guy. She's like, "That is not cool." Alex, you're gonna have to show us this video one more time because there's so much analysis to do. The kid right here in the Nashville jersey, I don't know what he's doing here with this towel and why the Kraken guy takes it, but you're right. Like he goes for the legs, and while he's getting uppercutted, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 uppercuts, he steps back, and now he pulls the Kraken guy over the seats, and he's still taking punches. And then the Corona guy wearing a Corona t-shirt shows up. He lands a few punches on the guy, and then this young kid is now laying it on the guy with the Kraken jersey. I mean, this is a back and forth brawl at a hockey game. And I don't know where this Corona guy comes from, but the number of punches that he landed, the fact that this guy ate all those punches, that's pretty impressive. Or that guy in the Corona jersey, that guy's weak.
So weak. I'm going to tell you right now, anytime a coward's got his hair hanging out the front of his backwards turned cap, you a coward, playboy. You're soft. You're weak. This game's in Tennessee. I was going to say he Tennessee weak, but whoever was eating them punches, he's clearly from Tennessee too. He Tennessee tough. So I got to respect that. That's the two sides of that coin right there. Because I swear, if he would have realized this is the guy punching me is the guy over here and not the guy I'm punching, he'd have turned his attention to him and all hell would have broke loose on him too.
What do you make of this fight, Grande? What's your analysis of this fight?
Listen, man, there's a difference between fighting in a gym and fighting in a stadium. The man in the Nashville Predators jersey tried to fight like he was taking somebody down in an MMA gym, whereas the Kraken guy pulled him down and hockey fought him. And then the Nashville goes like, "Oh, okay, I can't take this dude down because I'm dumb and there's seats here." So what does he do? He pulls the jersey up a la Happy Gilmore and then is like, "Okay, now we can fight because I realize that I am no longer in a UFC gym." So then when that gets going, I think it's a pretty even scrap. And then bro douchebag shows up in the John Deere hat, and he's like, he went like, we're about to see a real even stadium scrap for the first time ever. Like it's a real legit, like tail of the tape, Giants Dodgers, it's right there. And then bro douchebag comes in and just does his thing. And he's going to go out in downtown Nashville last night and he go ride a bull somewhere at Double Deuce, drinking his freaking Pabst Blue Ribbons, thinking he's like a tough guy because he came in and sucker punched a dude. So,
dude, but he's
the perfect description of that guy,
right? Bro douchebag. He actually punched the guy though, like the guy in the Corona t-shirt. He punched the guy in the Nashville Predators sweatshirt. He punched him like 3-4 times, like perfectly clear punches right to the jaw. Yeah. And the kid, because he was a young kid, the kid who's wearing the Nashville stuff, he took those punches no problem.
Not even,
like
I don't know, because we're always talking about friends during fights too. If you notice the yellow hoodie next to the Predators jersey, it looks like his friend, but does nothing.
Can you put it up on the screen while the three of us are on screen so we can watch it at the same time? Because there's a guy in the hoodie,
yellow hoodie.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out of here. I'm moving out of the way here, man. I'm moving out of the way.
So unless Predator jersey guy's there by himself, that's his buddy, and his buddy does nothing, like nothing.
Yep. Oh,
Well,
he
he's
all
trying
he
to
does
push
is
him off.
try him. Yeah, he's trying to
push
push
him
He
off.
does
off the
nothing to
cranky
Corona
guy.
guy. He does
He
nothing
should
to
have took.
Corona
Oh,
guy.
he's trying.
Yeah, he had.
He did a little bit.
But then you realize it's Cole Beasley, and he's like, "Oh man, Cole
Dude, the
Beasley
guy
ain't
in
nothing."
the guy in the Nashville Predators jersey, he has the guy in the Kraken jersey. Like he gets him and he starts wailing on him pretty good. But then they're holding him and like people are pulling him away. And watch the Kraken guy. Watch. He's trying with his left hand. He got no left at all. But watch how late in this fight. Look,
Right there.
boom
Yeah.
with that right hand. And there's this lady here in
Shame
the
on
bottom
you.
left corner.
Shame
Yeah,
on
how
you.
dare you do that?
Yeah, and
God,
poor
these
Larry
guys.
David just trying to chill, man.
Which guy's Larry
Trying to-
David? Which is Larry
Bald
David?
guy.
guy?
In
The
the,
bald-
in,
you
brought
didn't
in
see
Oh my God, the
Corona.
bald guy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, the bald guy right there.
Get out of
That
your
Corona
seat.
guy should not be going out bragging about that at all.
He
He
should
is.
get
You punch
arrested.
a guy.
He is.
He
He's gonna
is.
go brag. He's gonna go brag
Oh,
all night.
Yeah.
he
All
shouldn't.
night.
He shouldn't. He
When you
should not.
said
He
he's
will.
gonna get him a Pabst Blue Ribbon, that broke me. That was hilarious.
That dude. That dude is a hero in his brain. He's
Mhm.
like, I am gonna go celebrate tonight.
You should have saw me. You should saw what I did last night to this punk at the Predators game.
Yeah. That guy's also anti-vax.
Pro douchebag, anti-vax,
PBR
and sucker
drinker.
puncher. Yeah.
man.
All right, guys. Hey, it is a Friday afternoon here on Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man. Shout out to my people from Mountain Trust Mortgage and Realty Services, 858-376-1299. Alex, Tuesday, the big day. We're going to get the keys, hopefully, and you'll close on your house. And Gary and his team will have helped from the very beginning till the day you get these keys. Is this happening on Tuesday? Is that the deal?
I don't know. We've reached a panic zone, and I'll say we, even though it's the missus. She's asking me every day, "What's the update? What's the update? What's the update?" And I'm telling her, I'm like, "We're in wait. We're just waiting. That's it. Like, there's nothing we can do. We are in underwriting. We are awaiting final approval, and that's it. That's it."
Yeah.
Like,
But here's a question for you. So if Tuesday of next week you get the keys to this house, like my thought is I want to actually come down, go into the new place, have a shot at tequila, bring you a nice craft beer. I mean, I want to do something for housewarming, but you're not going to have furniture in the place. You're not going to have cable TV yet in the place or streaming or whatever it is you want to do. The Lakers are playing against Golden State that night. I think
I'm busy. I'm
Tuesday
working that night.
Oh, so
I'm
we're not
working
having a
Tuesday.
housewarming. We're not having a housewarming at your place on Tuesday night when you get the keys.
No, we're not going to do that. Probably.
How about if we do it on Wednesday evening?
I'll ask the missus, man. I'll ask the missus.
Listen, man, the first thing he should be concerned about is the first place in the house he's having sex. That's the only thing he should be concerned about after the move in. After that, when we can get in there is a different story.
What do you mean? But you're talking about after the move, and he says he's staying in his apartment in North Park for the next month. He's not even moving in until like November, right?
I need to be in my brain. I need to be moved in, ready to roll by Thanksgiving, because we're driving to Texas for Thanksgiving, and that's end of November.
Mm-hmm.
So my this is in my brain.
Mhm.
We will close on Tuesday,
Mhm.
and I will put the 30-day notice in here at the
Mhm.
end of October, the 31st, and that way I can have a full 6 weeks to move.
When you get the keys?
6 weeks. What do you mean 6 weeks?
18th. That's
What kind of
12
math are you
days.
doing?
And then a whole month. Isn't that 6 weeks?
I don't
Give or
know,
take
man.
2 days.
Well, when do you want it for Thanksgiving? What do you want to do? You want to take off like the Wednesday before Thanksgiving? You want to take off?
Yes, just the Wednesday.
So you want to take off Wednesday, Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, and Friday.
Yeah.
When are you going to leave to drive to Texas?
Tuesday after the show. We'll
Okay.
stop at a hotel somewhere. Maybe we'll make it all the way to El Paso Tuesday
Mhm.
night.
Yeah.
And then from El Paso straight to San Antonio
Mm-hmm.
on
Texas, man, what's
Wednesday.
wrong with you?
I have a dog, or else I would fly.
Fly
But we
that
gotta take
joker
the
with
dog.
you.
Dude, it's unbelievable how this dog has completely taken over your life.
Put
It's
the little dog in
insane.
put that dog in the thing with the people fly with them dogs. What's that
It's
called?
true.
Crates?
Yeah, with the little gate on the front.
Yeah. This dog has taken over this life. I mean, seriously, this dog. I mean, what was it yesterday? I talked to Alex yesterday afternoon. I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? He's like, oh, I'm dealing with the dog. I'm like, what's up? He's like, well, the dog is allergic to everything. I go, what do you mean
Yeah.
allergic to everything? He's like, everything. People, grass, air,
Yeah.
food.
You want a
Dogs
full
are allergic
rundown?
to everything. Yeah.
So yesterday they gave her. I'm getting my phone out because I have a spreadsheet. They gave her 84 injections to see what she's allergic to.
Oh my God, this poor
They do
dog.
a
84
scale.
injections.
They do a
Sounds
scale
more like a
of
guinea pig.
They do a scale of 0 to 4, 4 being the worst. She tested positive for 2 and above on like a crap load of things. Here you go. Histamine, don't know what that is. Tobacco, dust mites.
Your dog smokes?
No, and neither do I, so I don't know how she got that allergy. Storage mites, feathers, mice, rats, rabbits, horses, aspergillus, penicillium. Oh, and here's the good one. She's allergic to grass, Bermuda, Johnson, Kentucky, Timothy, all the California grasses. I got more. Hold on. Trees. How can you be allergic to trees? I don't know. She's allergic to all of them. Cypress, white elder, western juniper, red cedar, acacia, Arizona ash, eucalyptus, pine, American sycamore, cottonwood, arroyo willow. What else?
Have you ever heard anything like this? Is unbelievable. You get a dog.
She
You
allergic
think
to
you're
weeds.
rescuing a dog from you think you're rescuing a dog from Mexico. You think you're doing like a nice thing. Next thing you know, the dog is costing you more than the new house.
What is
this? She's allergic to weeds. Firebrush, short ragweed mix, sage mix, cockle blur, burweed,
cockleblur.
marsh,
Ooh.
and then the old insects. Guess what she's allergic to? Well, fleas. Everybody's allergic to that. Every dog is, so she doesn't have them, but she's allergic to them. And black ants, which are everywhere. And she's not allergic to the ant. You know what she's allergic to? The trail they leave when they walk, which is everywhere. So,
Dude, what is up with this dog?
she's a pain in my ass. Sending her back to
Let
Rosarito.
that dog live, bro. You
Dude,
let that dog
seriously.
go out. Build up immunity.
Guess what we're doing right now?
What are we doing?
Immunotherapy.
Jesus, this
Bro,
dog is
I've
costing
spent
a
more
fortune.
money on this dog's health than I've ever spent on my own health.
God, this dog is a pain in the ass. No disrespect. I'm sure you love
she
the
is.
dog.
Not
She's
that
a total
much right
headache.
now.
No.
Yeah, not that much right now. You want to
I
see
know.
the injections?
Ugh.
No.
I don't know. Do people want to see this?
This is on television.
Injections?
Yeah,
like
on TV.
of all 84 they had to shave
Take-
the side of her
Be
stomach.
ready, people. Be ready to see this picture.
It's graphic.
Go ahead, let's see it. Yeah, go ahead, let's see it. This is Alex's dog. Oh, 84 injections. No dog should have to take 84 injections. Seriously,
I don't know if it's
that's
actually all 84, but yeah, it's a lot.
I don't know. That's a dog. To me, I say to the vet, I go, hey, listen, let's do this. Let's just feed the dog and walk the dog and let the dog live and die. I mean, if the dog dies, the dog dies.
Right. See how it goes. Whatever. If
Yeah.
something goes wrong with it, I'll bring it to you. You tell me
Yeah.
what happened to it. Other than that, I don't need to know what the dog's allergic to. Hell, I don't need. Did you get tested like that? I don't know what I'm allergic to.
I'm Mexican.
no,
I'm
no.
not allergic to anything. I thought she was Mexican too, but clearly not.
No,
You got
she's
the wrong
soft. She's
Mexican
American.
dog then, brother.
She got dropped off in Rosarito. She's not from Mexico.
You should have
Yeah,
found
no,
you a
no.
TJ Street dog.
Yeah, that's
No
what I thought.
shots
We should have.
needed.
You know what the problem was? You know the real problem was is that she's not a real Mexico street dog because we got her too early. We would have let her live there for a year, build
Yeah, let
that
her run around.
Mexican
Immunity.
immunity.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
we got her too soon.
Drink
All
from
right,
the
listen,
river.
Let me do this. Let me have a few minutes here while we're tonight. You'll catch us on TV. Obviously, everybody who's listening on radio, happy to have you along. YouTubers, you're the heart and soul of what we do around here. But before we get out of here today, because we haven't gotten this. We've been talking a lot of baseball earlier. We've been talking fight videos. We're going to talk college football coming up. Let's get into a little bit of NFL stuff this weekend because Sunday, 10 o'clock is a nice window on Sunday. Browner, you got your your Bears against the Packers, rather.
Don't you ever make that mistake again. My Packers
Pardon
or
me,
something.
please. Pardon me. Please excuse me.
Your
Please excuse
Chargers.
me. You got
No, that's
you got
okay.
your Chargers. You got your Chargers, Browner,
Our
against my
Chargers,
Ravens.
Scott.
No,
Our
not your.
Chargers.
No, I'm a Ravens fan.
Our
I'm a Ravens
Chargers.
fan. I'm a huge John Harbaugh fan. I'm a huge Lamar Jackson fan, and I'm just shocked that you would be taking Justin Herbert over Lamar Jackson. It's just it's off brand.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, I'm a Lamar Jackson
It's
fan.
actually racist.
I think so. I think so. I really do. I do think it's racist. You are taking
No, too much,
Justin
man.
Herbert.
Go somewhere.
All right. Look at the 10 o'clock window though. Chargers Ravens. Look,
Yeah.
America is falling in love with Justin Herbert. Okay, all the talk about where he stands in the race for MVP. It's only 5 games, but take a look at this. 10 o'clock Sunday morning. Ravens are favored by 2.5 points.
That doesn't make sense to me at all.
I know. Look,
Because
two
if you
teams that are
listen, the
4-1.
Ravens are 4-1 but if you watch them play,
They are
not
the
very
type of
impressive
4-1 you're afraid
4-1.
of.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it took a 66-yard field goal against Detroit to hit the crossbar and bounce over.
It took a
you know,
massive
they had
epic comeback from Lamar Jackson to beat the Colts.
Right. So look, the Chargers are 4-1. The Ravens are 4-1. The Chargers score 28 points per game. The Ravens score 27 points per game. The Chargers put up 423 yards per game, whereas the Ravens put up 452. And the Chargers give up 384, whereas the Ravens give up 408. In other words, this is another really close matchup between two teams with the same record. For me, advantage home team. Travel from the West Coast to the East Coast. I still think the advantage goes to Baltimore. And I would say the experience on the sideline goes to Baltimore. And I fully expect Baltimore to win. If they don't win and San Diego does win, you think that everybody's going crazy for the Chargers now. Wait until next week. Wait until America gets a load of them going all the way to Baltimore and winning that game when people are going crazy right now for Lamar Jackson. So that's in the 10 o'clock window. Also, the Rams and the Giants Sunday morning. That's in the 10 o'clock window. Normally, you see the Rams play later, and they seem to get featured on national TV a lot. The Rams are 4-1. The Giants are 1-4. The Rams score 28 points. The Giants only score 20. The Rams put up over 400 yards per game. The Giants under 400. And the Rams and the Giants both allow about the same amount of yards, 400 plus yards. And the Rams' run defense is not looking good. But the Giants got so many guys banged up and hurt. So 10 o'clock on Sunday is awesome because, Browner, you got your Bears against the Packers. I've got my Rams against the Giants. I've got my Ravens against your Chargers, L.A. Brown.
Our
and
Chargers.
So, no, not mine, yours. And so, listen, this is a good weekend. The 10 o'clock window is really, really good. The 1 o'clock window, I'm going to be curious to see the Cardinals and the Browns.
That's going to be a great game.
No Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I know. I see that. But the only other game, like in the late window, Raiders, Broncos.
There's only 3 games.
Yeah, maybe I'm a little interested. Cowboys, Patriots, not really. Seahawks, Steelers, Sunday night. I don't know. I got Teddy Bridgewater as my, not Teddy Bridgewater. I've got Geno Smith as my quarterback now. I'm one of my fantasy teams playing for Seattle. Well, I was desperate.
You neglected to mention that the Panthers versus the Vikings in the 10 a.m. game.
Okay. Yeah. Panthers,
No
Vikings.
Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
Is he out again?
He's out again.
I know, right?
I would say that I think the Chargers are playing the game of the week.
Oh, for sure the Chargers are. The Chargers Ravens is the game of the week. I don't even know who's calling the game for CBS. But I mean that could be the Jim Nantz, Tony Romo crew. It could be back to Kevin Harlan and Trent Green. Could be Ian Eagle. And I'm trying to think who the I-Man works with.
You right now, Scott.
Yeah, tell me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
For real?
Tell
Okay.
me.
This is weird. Well, Kevin Harlan's in London. He's doing Miami at Jacksonville. Him and Trent Green.
I didn't even know that game was in London.
The Chargers relegated to team number 3, 4? They got Greg Gumbel, Adam Archuleta, and AJ Ross.
Oh.
Who's AJ Ross?
I don't know. Probably somebody who's like local there, who they use as like a regional person, like I used to do.
And the Rams even got a low end. They got Adam Amin and Mark Schlereth on Fox.
I like Mark Schlereth.
Of course, it's Jim. We should have known this one. Jim Nantz and Romo Patriots? Are doing Cowboys Patriots. Yeah,
of course, naturally.
Joe Buck? What's Joe Buck doing?
Bears.
Joe Buck should probably have
Bears Packers.
I would think. Nah, you know what he might
Joe
have?
Buck's probably
he might
doing
have
baseball.
Cardinals Browns. Oh yeah,
he's probably doing baseball.
But Cardinals Browns could be a big game because I think that's a Fox game. I'm almost sure it's a Fox game.
I don't see them on the schedule this weekend for Fox.
Who Joe
Troy
Buck
Aikman
and Troy
or Joe
Aikman?
Buck? Yeah, I think the one team will probably be. I don't know who the one team is.
You know who I never want to hear from again? Brian Greasy.
Yeah, why is that?
He's terrible.
Just Brian Greasy just doesn't make any sense for Monday Night Football in that you got Steve Levy. He's been at ESPN a long time. Everybody knows him.
Right.
Louis Riddick has become kind of the toast of the broadcast world, you know.
True.
And Brian Greasy is he's not a contemporary figure at quarterback.
At all.
You know, so I don't know where he kind of came from.
He's got a good agent. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he must. He must.
If you if you were here in San Diego, I'm just going to tell you, if you don't have NFL Ticket or Red Zone, you'll be watching the Chargers and the Ravens on CBS. You'll be watching I don't think this is right.
Okay.
The 506 map has San Diego getting the Arizona Cleveland game instead of the
1 o'clock
game.
window.
Yep.
No, the Rams play at 10 o'clock. The Rams play in the early window.
Yeah, so I don't think that
I don't
the
think
Rams are on
San
TV.
Diego
Not
will
on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so. Unless maybe they can. Can they go head to head, the Chargers versus the Rams? Can Fox have the Rams and CBS have the
Well,
Chargers? And can they go head to head?
I think this a Fox for San Diego. It's a Fox single week, so they're not getting Rams here.
They're not getting a doubleheader. Okay,
Nope.
yes, they're doing
So
the late
two,
window.
Yeah, they're getting one early game, which will be the Chargers, and 2 late windows. So you're going to get Vegas at Denver in the afternoon, not the Dallas game, and then you're going to get the Arizona-Cleveland game.
All right, since we're talking a bunch of NFL football, let me transition coming up here in a minute to some college football, because believe it or not, tonight, Friday night, San Diego State plays. So a lot of you guys are driving around right now listening on radio, or you're listening and watching on YouTube, and you go, oh, damn, I didn't even know. San Diego State plays San Jose State tonight, Friday night football. And where's that game televised? Do you know, Alex?
CBS Sports Network.
Okay, so and that game's at like 7 or 7:30?
7:30.
Yeah, so keep that in mind. We're going to talk about San Diego State versus San Jose State. We're going to get a college football update coming up in just a minute. Plus, highlight of the day, man, all right around the corner. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. It's Kaplan and Crew.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
Our massive signal covers an area where over 24 million people reside. So if you're listening or advertising on another station, we have only one question. Why? The new generation of radio, the all-new and mightier 1090.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on YourView or stream it online at yourview.com. Sponsored by The Burns Firm, partnering with Shelter to Soldier and saving lives 2 at a time. Visit theburnsfirm.com/shelter to soldier and help save more lives.
When California weather conditions create a high risk for wildfires, electric companies may shut off power in some neighborhoods as a precaution. These public safety power shutoffs could affect homes and businesses and interrupt power to your home, devices, and even our Cox facilities. During a PSPS, we'll work hard to keep customers connected to their Cox services in conditions that are safe for you, our employees, and our community. For information and updates, follow us on Twitter and visit Cox.com.
It was a night to remember as we honored the best teachers in San Diego. There was dancing. There was music. There were teachers. There was also this bit of genius.
This honor is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Watch Cox presents Salute to Teachers only on YourView.
Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
University of San Diego football got the win against Butler last weekend behind a strong second half. The Toreros outscored the Bulldogs 38-7 in the second half to get their second consecutive win. Final score 52-21. The defense showed out, scoring 2 touchdowns, both a pick six, one from cornerback Michael Hawkins and one from cornerback Zamir Wallace. Quarterback Mason Randall had 257 passing yards, 4 total touchdowns, and no interceptions in the win. In the run game, running back Riley Hansen got it done. He had 85 total yards and had his first career touchdown. USD sits at 2-4 on the season. They'll look to continue building upon their recent momentum when they return home this weekend to take on Drake. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by YourView.
Catch an all-new local show on the mightier 1090. Please join us every Thursday at 6 p.m. for the Charity Stripe, where you can get 3 out-of-the-box sports minds whose game is knowing yours. Only on a new generation of radio, the mightier 1090 AM, SoCal Sports Talk.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for a healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com. Brought to you by La Mesa Rehab, improving the lives of those afflicted by chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Learn more at LaMesaRehab.com.
COVID vaccines are safe, convenient, and free, and they are effective at protecting you against the coronavirus. I'm Dr. Akilah Weber, a pediatric gynecologist and state assembly member, and I got the vaccine to protect my family. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and everyone who receives the vaccine helps us get one step closer to returning to normal. Go get your vaccine today. Visit myturn.ca.gov to find a site near you. Do it for yourself, your family, and for our community.
Live soccer is back. Watch Orange County Soccer Club, OC's highest level of professional soccer, live on YourView. Watch Orange County SC take on the San Diego Loyal SC Wednesday, October 20th at 7. Watch world-class players and future stars. Transform your summer with the new family game night and outdoor fun all season long. Live soccer is back. Orange County SC versus the San Diego Loyal SC Wednesday, October 20th at 7 on YourView.
At La Jolla Cosmetic, we try to help people achieve well-being, and we feel that it's not only important to look good, but also feel good inside. And honestly, what a better opportunity to help my community than being a supporter of an organization such as Las Patronas.
The mission of Las Patronas is to provide financial assistance to local nonprofits that are providing valuable community services in the areas of health, education, social services, and cultural arts. La Jolla Cosmetic has been one of our biggest supporters at Las Patronas, so we couldn't do what we do without their support.
You feel the need and you see the need because we go to visit each grant applicant.
Partnering with groups that are actually dedicated to help your community, it's the best thing that you can do as a responsible business.
Shelter to Soldier is 9 years young with a mission to save lives 2 at a time. We're adopting dogs from local shelters, training them for post 9/11 combat veterans, and we're able to donate these trained dogs to deserving veterans in need.
You know, I was in a very dark place. I was having suicidal thoughts, and I really needed an immediate help. We don't know if tomorrow is going to be there for us.
Shelter to Soldier is a nonprofit, and we're able to do the work that we do because of you, the community. Whether it's an individual donating $5 or whether it's a corporate donor like the Barnes firm that's supporting us and sponsoring multiple dogs that are going to make an impact in the veterans' lives in need.
Him by my side 24/7 has completely turned my life around. It's not just saving both of our lives, it has made an impact on myself, Nigel, my family, my work. So yes, they definitely have saved our lives.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
Save the Stork is an organization that equips pregnancy resource centers across the nation so that these pregnancy resource centers can reach more women facing unplanned pregnancies and provide them with holistic care, compassionate choices, and just an abundance of resources to support their decision to choose life. Save the Stork has been around for about 10 years. Most people know us by our Stork buses. A Stork bus is a mobile medical unit that's equipped with the state-of-the-art medical equipment as well as very knowledgeable and experienced medical professionals.
The buses enable them to reach areas where maybe there's not a pregnancy care center nearby. We are here to walk this journey with you so that you're not alone and to help you find your heart in all of this. And that means and that you're going to make a choice that is truly going to be something that years from now you're going to be proud of.
Attention, all dogs, cats, horses, tortoises, birds, pigs, and all other pets. Get your family members to sit, stay, and watch Animal Zone every Saturday at 9 p.m. right here on this channel and at animalzone.org.
Tune in Saturdays at 9 p.m. to watch Animal Zone right here on YourView.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.